right, so this is getting video heavy, but it's the orientation. There are a lot of materials. You may need to review some of these content later on, but that's okay. So I listed below the video some tips, but some of these I just want to verbalize so that you know how important these tips are. Okay, so tip number one, do not skip any videos. Never skip any videos. I'll do my best to try to make the video as concise as possible, but do not skip. Just don't do that. It will take you longer if you skip the videos. Do not skip any assignments. This is really important. If you skip assignments, next assignment is gonna require you to already understand the concepts needed on the previous assignment. So if you skip the previous assignment, it's only gonna delay things and take you longer. Never skip assignments. Just do one assignment to the next assignment. Tip number three, don't spend that much time on research. So remember that I'm going to try to teach you at least 95 to 99% of everything you need to, all the stuff you need to know to do the assignments. So if again, that means you should be spending 95 to 99% of the time trying to understand what I taught you in our course. If you're finding that you're spending 20 to 30% of the time on Google searches, maybe something is wrong. Maybe you're not really paying attention to the videos or the things that I wrote down in the track. So just again, make sure that you stay focused. Okay, don't just, when you're watching the video, you should be taking notes. You shouldn't just be taking a casual seat and falling asleep. You shouldn't do that. Take notes, read the content, make sure you understand. Check our content first before you do some Google searches. Okay. Tip number four, don't worry too much about best practices. You're gonna learn some of the best practices as you level up. When you're at level 0, we want you to get to level 1. We don't want to teach you level 9 or 20 concepts that may just overwhelm you. So trust me, trust the process, trust our courses, and as you level up, you're gonna learn what the best practices are. And we're gonna introduce them when we think is appropriate. But right now, in the beginning, the thing that we gotta be most careful is not to overwhelm you. Okay? So remember that. Another tip, help others. So we're gonna set up Discord channels. We're gonna try to create groups so you can help each other. Some of my best students, some of my best employees were those who went extra miles to help other people in their group. When you watch videos for hours, you retain maybe less than 10%. When you do assignments, it's a good way to internalize, but 6 months later, you may still forget. But you will almost never forget things that you had a chance to verbalize and help others learn. So me saying go in and help your peers is not just to make my job easier, for example. It's also to get you to really internalize what you just learned, because you're going to be learning things so quickly. If you don't get a chance to share and verbalize what you have learned, you're also going to forget very quickly. So in order to not forget things very quickly, the best way to do that is help someone who's struggling on that assignment. Which means if you're struggling on the assignment, what you should do is reach out to people in your group and ask them for help. After you spend at least 20 minutes on your own trying to solve the problem yourself. Don't just go and ask for help when you haven't spent that 20 minutes. Spend 20 minutes struggling on your own. Ask some people in your group for help and go through that channel. Okay? All right. And then again, the last tip is work a lot. There's no substitute for hard work. The training is rigorous. Put in a lot of time.